I thought it might be worth talking a little bit about why your involvement is so essential to getting this done. And I think it comes down to a few different things. One is change is hard. The second is change takes time. The board's understanding and expression of why, what, and how of reform is going to enable that to take hold, to be part of the team. Why are they being implemented? I'd start with data. And there are three kinds of data that I think matter. One is community data, and I'm going to really hone in on that. Second is institutional student success data. You should know about completion rates, and you should know the student voice and make sure that people are listening to the student voice. If you know these three things and people say, well, why do we need to change? You'll have the answers to the questions. So I think the other is to know why you're doing this matters, but also you should know in broad brushstrokes the what and how it's happening, and it's broad brushstrokes. I think Laura said it really well. Guided pathways, if you're engaged in that, is about clearer degree programs so students don't get lost, and better advising, right? We're going to improve our advising so students get on the pathway and stay on the pathway. What's the average tenure of a California community college president now? Anybody know? 3 years, 4 years? 3 to 4 years. And what do we know about how long it takes to implement college-wide reform? 5 to 7 minimum. So what are the chances that your reform agenda, even if perfectly aligned and moving ahead incredibly well, are going to happen during the tenure of one president? So I think the hiring, transition process, and evaluation process is something that is really worth focusing on as a board, and I want to talk a little bit about that. So in hiring, I think the question is, does the president have the stuff needed to advance student reform? And in transition, it is there sufficient support in the transition process? So transition processes are a fantastic way to engage and learn more about what the president does and connect them to the community in ways that will enable them to last much longer. So it's a very tangible thing you can do, is support presidents in different ways through the transition process. So what are your goals as a college? What are your strengths that give you confidence? And goals should be SMART goals, right? You all know what SMART goals are. Measurable, time-specific goals. SMART goals. In 5 years, we want to see X, right? Clarity. In 1 year, we want to see Y. Having conversations with the president annually about what the goals are. Labor market completion, transfer equity, those are the kinds of things you should be talking about. What are the student success goals of the college? Every year, what are we going to accomplish in the next year? How does that relate to our long-term goals? If you do that every year, you got a much better chance of understanding when there's time for a transition, what's going on. So embed the goals in the presidential evaluation and then review the attainment of those goals.